I have postponed making matoke in peanut sauce for 4 good years because I personally found it a bit too rich for my taste. However, yesterday I decided to get over my silly fear, experiment with those flavors, and today I have come up with flavors that have the perfect balance, perfect richness that is not too overwhelming, and of course explosive flavor in typical Kaluhi fashion. You're going to love my matoke in my coconut milk and peanut sauce. Karibuni. For my base flavors, I decided to start with red onion, coriander stems, and some thyme. I like using thyme with all my dishes, and someone DM'd me on Instagram saying I'm so obsessed with thyme, and you know what? You're totally right. I love thyme with everything. It's no different with this dish, and not only does it add a lot of flavor to all dishes, be it a vegetable dish or a meat dish, but also it has anti-inflammatory qualities and also eases the effects of arthritis. I've said this a million times before, but it doesn't hurt to say it once again, right? It makes a perfect herb for this dish. You can use the fresh one or the dried one. And next we're going to add our tomatoes. Next I'm going to add my spices, and for that I chose to use cumin powder, garlic powder, ginger powder, and turmeric. You're very much free to use fresh garlic or fresh ginger. Today I just felt a bit lazy. I was not in the mood for grating my ginger or peeling my garlic. That's why I chose to use the ground spices. However, if you have the fresh ones, they would work perfectly as well. For this dish, turmeric not only enhances the yellow color of our matoke, but also it has inherent antibacterial properties, and even outside using it in the kitchen, you can use it for your beauty needs. It's good for making your skin nice and glowy. It's really good all in all. Also, if you have fresh turmeric, you can use that as well. Now that our spices are beautifully simmering, we're now going to add our star ingredient of this dish, and that is our peanut butter. Next, we're going to add some hot water together with the peanut butter. Mix it in until it's nice, thick and viscous so that it can have a fuller body and cook in together with the spices. Ensure you add your water bit by bit, not an ocean, not a tsunami, not 30 liters. You know that's the drill, so that it's nice and thick, and so that we can have a nice thick matoke stew at the end. This smells really good. You can make your own peanut sauce from scratch, as our neighbors in Uganda do. It takes quite a bit of time, quite a bit of skill to know how to make it just right. However, using peanut butter is a nice, much welcome shortcut to making this. And remember, as we said before, always add your water bit by bit. No more tsunamis, no more oceans, no more Pacific in your kitchen, bit by bit. Then you stop once you get to your preferred level of soup thickness. And for every dish, a nice thick base is usually preferable. You know, nice and thick. Thicker than thicker town. Why, that's a dry joke. Anyways, now that our spices have come together really well, it's time to add our matoke, which I had earlier on sliced, and place them in some water so that they don't oxidize and hence darken. If your matoke happens to very slightly oxidize while chopping them, don't worry, itaingia kwa tumbo bado, na bado ni chakula na bado utakula, si ndio? Yes. You will still eat it and you will still enjoy it. However, try Try at your very best immediately after you immediately after you peel them and chop them, put them in water. That prevents the oxidation, which causes the matoke to turn gray. It can look a bit unappetizing, but you know what? Food is food. If it turns gray, it's still fine, you'll still eat. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't try to make it as visually appealing as possible. Just a slight note, matoke and plantain are in the same family, however they are vastly different. Matoke are shorter, have a more smoother surface, and they are a lot more starchier compared to plantain, which are longer, larger, much tapered on their surface and have a sweeter taste, in contrast to matoke. Because matoke is a blank canvas, so to speak, it absorbs flavor of spices and herbs really well. That's why it's really perfect for stewing. Matoke, on the other hand, just a light fry with coconut oil is just enough to take it from 0 to 100. Some people prefer to boil their matoke first, then add it to the mchuzi, while others prefer their matoke to cook inside the mchuzi. There are two methods, neither is inferior to the other, but it's all just down to preference and the flavor profile you want to achieve at the end of your dish. I like using the first method, i.e. boiling, then adding to the mchuzi when I'm in a hurry. It's a nice shortcut, and especially when you cut your matoke really thin, it cooks really fast. That's the method I use for my ginger matoke masala. I will link that below. However, for this dish, I prefer to allow my matoke to cook inside the mchuzi because that method allows it to absorb the flavors of the mchuzi as it cooks, giving it a much fuller, much richer flavor, and that's exactly what we're going for this dish. We're now on our home stretch, and for the other ingredients that elevates this flavor is my coconut milk. So instead of letting our matoke simmer in plain water or some stock, I like using coconut milk because it absorbs the flavor so beautifully, and the nuttiness of the coconut and the nuttiness of the peanut butter is just perfect. They complement each other, and that of the coconut milk balances out that of the peanut butter, making it a lot less overwhelmingly rich but still explosively flavorful. Some people prefer to add potatoes while cooking their matoke. However, I personally prefer just using only matoke because I like the nice silky, nice rich flavor that they inherently have. There's no right or wrong way to do this. There's no right or wrong way to cook anything. You can always add whatever you want, whatever you see fit for your palate, as long as you cook with love and with a lot of curiosity and open-mindedness, it will always turn out perfectly. I'm now going to turn down the heat, cover with the lid, and let it simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes until completely softened. And just like that, we are done. You have to admit that was really easy, and the flavor profiles developed really deep, really full, really delicious, kama kawaida. Do try this out. Don't forget the exact recipe quantities are on my blog, whose link is on my description box. I'll also link down below the other 6 matoke recipes that are on my blog. Try all of them out. Try this one out, take many photos and tag me on any social media platform. I really enjoy showing you off. For me, it's now time to eat, so kwaheri. I have postponed making matoke. Karibu mpewe matako. Mbona nashema? Wrong ni nini? Okay.
Be sure to like, comment, share and subscribe.